Hi guys, and welcome to Java tutorial of math function. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into Java development environment and we'll put together the use of some math function. Let's do that now guys. Hi guys, and welcome to Java math function. I'm going to start by going to File and let's click on New Project, and in there I'm just going to select Java and select Java application. Click on Next. I'm going to leave this create class, and up there I'm just going to give that a name. I'll call it math function. There we go, and let's click on Finish. And right there, our development environment is officially ready, and we have our main math function class. So if you're wondering what is math function, there is this very website from Oracle, Oracle documentation website. I'm going to include this site on the description area. Okay, there's a basic explanation of this class itself. So the class math contain method for performing basic numeric operators such as elementary, exponential, logarithm, square root, and trigonometry functions. And in here, if we scroll down, you can see the various functions that we can use, mathematical functions. Okay, so like we have the ABS here, abstract, that return the absolute value of double, and we have absolute value of float, and so on. So we're going to make use of some of these functions. Okay, let's go back to Java and see what we can do with those functions that we were just looking at. But first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to declare a variable. So I'm just going to call that variable q. Let's assume q equals the following. I'm going to use PAMA, that's where I use pi number for the q. Okay, and I'm also going to declare another one. I'm going to call that p. Okay, and that very p is going to be I'm just going to call that minus. Let's put a p in there, and I just call that minus 3.142 there. And the other variable that I'm going to declare, I'm just going to call that, let's say that's going to be an integer, and we call that d there. Okay, now let's do this. Let's say system, we want the system to output as follows: dot out that print the following lines. And what I want it to print is going to be, let's say, the absolutes. So I'm going to ask it to return the absolute value of, let's say, of a double value. So let's say abs, and I'm going to go for p there, space, and p is going to be, we then use a math function here. Let's say plus math dot absolute, and that is going to be p there. So if we print this out now, let's change this. That's supposed to be uppercase. Well, before I print this out, I'm going to first of all, so let's run it and let's just see what's going to happen. First of all, compile it, and we just want to check out the absolute value of this p. So there we go. Look at it. The absolute value of p is 3.142. And remember, what we have in here is actually minus 3.142. Okay, now supposing we want to round it up. Okay, so let's use another math function in there. I'm just going to copy that and paste that right underneath here. And here I'm going to ask you to round up. Let's round up q. So I'm going to ask you to round q. And let's do another one. Let's say cell Q as well. And we need to change the value in there to Q and a Q here as well. And we also need to change the function here, so that is going to be mass dot rand. In the case of round, that's just to round it up. And here we have ceil. If you are wondering what is ceil, let's go to Oracle site and see what that has to say. Ceil. There we go. That is it right there. Return the smallest closer to negative infinity double value of a greater than or equals to the argument and is equal to a mathematical integer. So let's see if that is true. So I'm going to minimize that, and let's compile and run and see what's going to happen to Q. Run, and there we go. Round it to the lowest, which is 3, and this one round it straight up. The ceil actually take it up, okay, according to the definition. And the other thing is, let's look at floor. Let's come in here. I'm going to grab hold of floor. We want to see what floor is going to do. So let's change this to floor, and here that's going to be floor as well. Now let's go back to the website, Oracle website, find out floor. That is floor there, okay. So it returns the largest closest to positive integer infinity double value that is less than and equals to the argument and is equal to mathematical integer. There we go. That is floor right there. Like I said, I'm going to include these. I've actually copied these as well. I'm just going to paste it right up here. There. Let's increase the font size so that you guys can see what's happening here. Tools, option, font. Where's font? That is font there. I'm going to increase that to about, let's go for maybe 18. That's good enough for me. There we go. That's the website, and this is what we have done so far. Now the next thing is, let's see what's going to happen to, supposing we say D, we come down in here and just use this same integer D that we've used. Let's say D, that will be equals to integer, and we say mass dot flow, and that is Q. Okay, now we're going to print that out though, but let's come down in here now. Then let's say system out. We want the system to do as follows. Let's grab hold of all of these, maybe grab hold of everything in here, paste it right underneath here, and I'm going to change this one to, let's say, minimum. Yeah, we'll go for minimum. And the minimum in this case, I'm going to say plus mass dot main, and that is going to be, let's say, 3.2 comma, and let's say 3.4. There. So we want that to print out the minimum, and that is meant to be the minimum between these two values here. So let's put that in here. I'm just going to put an or there. I'm going to save that. Let's compile that and run it, and let's see what that is going to print out for us. Now run. Okay, and the minimum that was printed out, that is the minimum. Let's do something so that you guys can see the minimum properly. So I'm going to end this, and I'll come in here, let's say, yep, and equals and space, so that we know which one is the minimum. In fact, let me put a tab on it so you will know which one is minimum straight away. Okay, the minimum between this and this. So compile and run that again, and now run. There we go. As you can see, 3.2, that's the minimum. Okay, let's use that as a method to find the maximum value. So I'm just going to copy that, let's paste it right underneath here, and let's change this to maximum, and here we just change that to maximum. And let's change the value we have in here. So I'm going to change this, let's go for maybe 19 point whatever, and this one we can make that maybe 27, and repeat the same thing in here, 27 here, and we have 19.2 in here. So the system, we want the system to actually decide the maximum value in here. So let's run it. No, compile it first, and we just run and see. Now run, and there we go. The maximum value is actually 27.4. So that is how you use the mass function, and in fact you can use it for a lot of stuff that you can use it for. We can use it for something like sine, cosine, log, square root, and so on. So let's just do some more of those. I'm going to copy all of these, and I'll just paste that right underneath here, there, and let's change all of this, speed that up. I'm going to be a little bit fast with that, and this one is going to be, let's say we have sine in there, and just change this one to sine of, let's say sine of q. That'll be q and q here, and change this one to cosine of q, cosine or cos q. Then let's go for tangent, and here as well, and let's have a go at log, and log here as well. There, that's how you just play around with the various mathematics function in Java. So let's compile that and run it and see what's going to happen, and run. There we go, guys. Look at that. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful and smart tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now.